Hello out there. This is another interesting time for me to review the chart in the market. Today, I'm going to be giving you a view of what is happening currently in the market and what is likely to happen this week. Then I'm going to really show you some kind of patterns that are displaying that market is showing for those who want to take advantage of the trend and those who want to also scalp, and different kind of views I'm going to be sharing on Euro USD and talking about GBP USD. I will also look at the chart of gold. Then I'm likely to touch one or two pairs again, but majorly I'm going to share more. So if you look at the chart right now, you are looking at the Euro USD. This is basically daily time frame. Now, daily time frame is showing a lot of signs that it's likely coming back to this level here before going up again. Now, this is one of the patterns I'm looking at here now. What is happening currently is that there is uptrend. Uptrend from here. If you look at this point here, there was falling or descending channel, and if you look at it from here, okay, let me make it free. From here now, there was impulse here from right here at 1.14779. Now there was impulse to the downside. If you look at here, let me use the arrow to signify the waves here. Now there was push down here. This is very long push. Then there was also correction here. There was another impulse to the downside, take some maybe 3 weeks. Then there was correction, then another impulse, and then there was correction. This is based on daily time frame, and this is daily time frame based on it is very long time downpour to the downside in terms of falling of the price in EU. Now this is, if by the time you look at it and drag this again, let us see what will happen now. If you look at it, it shows perfect descending channel. Perfect. You know, it was so perfect. Now the mistake people used to make is that some people will be expecting another impulse to continue, and that it will, let me make it here. Some people are expecting or were expecting the price to fall again. So but market says no, we are done with downtrend here at this point here. If you look at it, this, let me use the triangle here. This is the end, the lowest so far from this impulse to the downside. Now this is where market change character, in terms of changing character to the upside, meaning that it broke this downtrend, this major downtrend, and then returned back to this beginning of the impulse, meaning that the impulse that broke this structure, it turned back to it. Now some people were expecting it to fall to make another downpour to the downside. I mean, for the price to fall to around, the people are expecting 0.900. Okay, but market decided to say no, we are done going down. I want to look at this horizontal ray. Now this is what people were expecting the price to fall again to make another impulse to the downside. Yeah, so market change. So when it changed, it broke here, and then the first one was breaking of the structure to the upside, and then what we saw again is that it moved down to this zone here and moved to the upside. Now from all indication, if you're looking at structure or uptrend currently, you will see that there's a change. Market has broken this structure here. If you look at it right here, because this is the impulse, these waves, up, come down, up, consolidation. This was Christmas, or let me say only festival period during the New Year. Before New Year, market was consolidating a long time. Then it make another push to the upside. Now this is currently high, Prince high. So I'm trying to reveal higher high, the trend that is giving higher high. Now this trend that is giving higher high is likely going to also receive the price back. There's now I'm giving you this insight. If you are looking at the long time, what's like to happen now is that market broke this structure here, but there is this is the high currently according to the uptrend, and this is the low according to this is the low, the last low, and according to, so we are having this range here, the range here, and another range here. Let me take it up. Now this is the range. So we have very big range here. Now what will now happen is that market is showing some signs that is likely going back up here, from here up here, or push it again to go to touch this higher high trend line, meaning that the rising resistance. This is called rising resistance because as it's going up, it's resisting the price, it's pushing it back, price back. So it's touching it, it's returning back. Now the possibility is that it may form double top here from in terms of higher time frame. So if you look at it here, it may come back to retest this high. So when price retests this high, two things involved. It may clear liquidity. This is liquidity. Let me use from here. So if you look at it here, this triangle is where there are liquidities here, a lot of stop loss. But people who sold here put their stop loss above here. So the longer the price is ranging here, the higher the price can go because there will be a lot of accumulation of orders, both the sellers and the buyers. Now by the time price returns back to this place, more sellers will strip in and the price could be pushed up to clear a lot of people before selling back, before market starts selling passively to the downside. Now what I call this NFP is coming up tomorrow. That means the first Friday in the new month, and that will be tomorrow. That will be being fought. According to today is third day in the month, Sunday rather, in the month of March, and that means NFP will be on the 3rd. So if you have today second, then tomorrow is Friday. Today is Thursday, and tomorrow is Friday. Now we are expecting the price to go back to this point here. Then what will that happen is like two things involved. there will be a rejection to the downside, or price will keep going up to touch, to make some to touch this place maybe before the end of this month. So we'll be expecting price to go up, or if the price doesn't the price refuses to go up, meaning that there's no more demand in the market on this EU Euro USD, that means we are expecting a lot of things to happen. Now, according to those who are into the demand and supply, so demand, or maybe other block, there is, can you see here, there is this one is going to be more of like zones. There is zone here now, so the price may fall to this point, or from here it will range before it drops to this level here, this 00, this 1.00. so before the end of the month, likely it may also continue, it may continue to move downward to this low again. So those are the two scenarios. So from now, let's go to the lower time. Let me go to H4, meaning 4 hours. We're going to see what will happen. Let's move to 4 hours to see what is happening currently. Now, from what we're looking at, we're looking at daily. Now, this is 4 hours. Now, there's a clear indication that this is higher. This is higher low, higher high, ranging another higher high, then return making it higher low, making from here to this point, turn to waves, higher impulse. This was correction, Christmas correction before pre-New Year and early New Year. Then we're looking at another impulse. So what has happened currently now in 4 hours is that market has formed strong indication. So now what is currently happening now, if you look at it, is that there is tendency. See what's happening. There's something that's happened here. There's a lot of some, let's say, there's sign here, more of like a retest of this candle. This is a candle that broke this ascending trend line. So let's look at it now. So I'm going to be using yellow for 4 hours. Now this is more of the candle that broke this trend line, and you can see the reaction here. So if you look at it, price may return back to this before it descend massively, or it can just return back to the here. This is the higher high. That's from higher high here. Then before it sells. So now, if you're looking at it as a trader, if you're a long-term trader, you may want to wait for the price to return to this place, to this level here, before you sell. Okay, because possibility is very high. Then possibility is it's also chances, there's this chances that market can still come back here before it goes up. There's high demand, then likely to take out liquidity. Maybe that some stop loss may be here, that market price is still moving and moving somehow. So what could happen here is that it can just make you copy here, or make you here now come back. Or another scenario is this: it may the focus could be to break this low and return back to the possible created other block, a bearish other block, before it continues selling downward. So these are the forecast for this EU Euro USD. I hope you are following now. If you look at it very clearly, market has shown that so this is clearly liquidity. All this, anywhere you see this, is a sign that there's a possible liquidity. This is, the more it's staying, it's ranging here, the more it can easily go up to touch this, because this will be where there will be massive, this place here, there will be massive blowing of account. Those who sell here, their stop loss, the resistance will keep rising, as the time the price is ranging here. So if it ranges more in terms of, if it ranges, then the price is going up. It has been more chances to go up to touch this trend line. So watch out for this move to the upside or the move to the downside. Okay, but the scenario is that you have to watch out. Then there's also descending trend line in 4 hours that market has been showing here. There is sign that market is showing lower low here. Okay, let's take this one out. So possibility is very high that you may want to touch this again. If you look at it, this is it's sending support. If you look at the descending support, this, what does it mean is that anytime price is touching this trend line, is buying, it's touch it again, is buying, it touches buying. So what could we expect is that anytime, so we're expecting to touch it again before market buys again. So this is a clear indication that market can still push to the downside a bit before it buys, and then it can keep going based on the volume in the volume can be push it down and break this descending support, meaning that it will break it and keep falling, and or it breaks it a bit, it breaks it, and then retouch, go back and test the trend and turn into resistance, because it was previously descending support, and whenever it breaks it, it's likely to turn into resistance. It will resistance. I'm getting some kind of update, then turn back again and still push it again and be pushing it down, or it will turn back, turn to fake out, and return back, enter it again, and return back again above it, and stay the price staying above it, and come back a bit to test it again, and make massive push up. So these are the scenarios you should be watching out for. These are the scenarios that you should be watching out for in Euro USD. This is very, very interesting. So let me delete this. Let me erase this all these charts. Okay, let me clean it now. So we'll be moving into, let me just leave it and let me go to another. Let's go to GBP USD. So what is going to happen in GBP USD, or what has been happening? So let's go to daily first. Let's go to daily. So what has been happening in daily time frame? Okay. Now, from all indication here, what is showing here is that market has been forming, making uptrend here too. So we're talking about the XY, I mean dollar major pairs. This is, so if you look at the pattern here is just shown that there's a fulfillment of double top, but in the Forex we have more than double top now. Double top is now becoming a trap for sellers, while double bottom is becoming trap for for buyers. Whatever say others also. Now, this is exactly what I was looking at for to happen in Euro USD, meaning that to form double top before it sells, before massive sell. But now what's happening currently is that the price of the price is not moving, returning. Now let me look at this. If you look at this impulse correction, then what we're expecting is more impulse, but price did not go above it. So price stayed below it. So it didn't attempt to clear any much from the year. So now, according to daily, price stayed below this high. So now, what may happen is this: it's trying to form range. Price trying to form range, meaning that it is standing here. So what could happen now is this: the price could go back up. Okay, the potential is that the range market can still stay and form triple top, because we have triple top. It can be more down, move 4. It can even be bouncing between this range. So basically there's a range here. So this range, but let's look at some pattern here. This triangle. So this small triangle here now forming, that is the sandy triangle. So will it break it and fall to this level here? Nobody knows. So there's a pure range here. This is a clean move here, but if you look at it on the other hand, there's still some structure here. There's some structure here, small structure here. After markets broke this lower high, this is lower high, lower low, lower high, then lower low. Now market broke this structure. It broke it, close above it based on the candle opening and close. But if you look at it, it closed above this close here, and then it tested it once, then it moves away from it. So will it come back to this point here before going back up, or will it continue to descend massively to this place? Because yeah, these are the what we're looking at. And then if you look at it here, they say there's sign here more of like consolidation to make another move to the upside. This move, so we're expecting this move to this point here. So if market breaks this level here, so where is the possible place market is going to? Chance that is coming to this point here. So let's look at the bigger outlook. Where is the price is going to? There's one here, then there's another one here. So those are some levels here. This is 1, 2, and then when so price may break it and then move to this point here. So I'm going to go to lower time frame now before I had more projection. Let's look at what could happen this week. NFP, because if you look at it now, it's more of like it's not going down, it's not showing more some impulse. But the volume, tomorrow volume, a lot of manipulations may come up again. So let's look at 4 hours. Now, from the outlook of the thing now, you can see how markets have 1, 2. This one did not reach before it moved down. Then 3. So I want to show clearly that, see how perfectly it shows. Now there is range here. You can see this is it here. So there's range here. Price may come off, touch here, and then it will continue falling, and it will break here. You can see this place. Can you see this place? So price may feel this place. So we don't know what to happen, but then get me this trend line, the showing trend line, may really hold the price, reject the price, and the price will keep touching it and then falling. Price may touch it again before it continues down, or it will continue up. So it will break here, it will see the range here that to fill, meaning that to come back to retest this place, and then more room for it to go up. So now whatever is happening right now, it's about taking risk. You have to manage your risk. Some of us we trade, and then we don't care about the losing. But from the outlook of things here, there's something here. You look at the inner risk, inner triangle. It broke this. It broke here and retested, and then move away from it. So that is it there, how it moved. So now should I analyze more on this another pair? I'm thinking, should I add one? So let me look at gold. Where's gold? I don't have much time now. I don't want you to take more time. So at least let me see if it's going to be okay. Let's see. It is time for me to look at this gold. Wow. Now let me try to text something. This is impulse, and then so let me duplicate it. Now from the outlook of things, this impulse now is so perfect. The way I just look at it now from these 4 hours, but before then, let me just make it clear that it shows that there's 2 impulse, 1 then 2. So this one is just correction. So if you look at it, it's equivalent to the same impulse, and it reached that level. Now let me touch. This is equilibrium, and this is discount. Let me show you. This is the discount. So basically, market is at a premium according to this push up. Now will it fall again to this point? This is really interesting. As I just open it, it showed me that this impulse, then another impulse, 2 impulse, the same. So if you look at it, it broke it, then come back, and then trying to confuse the traders, and then it keeps going up. Now I will be expecting this another move, meaning that the same. Let's take a look at it now. So the projection is likely that there will be another impulse. So 1, 2, 3, but then it turn back to this low here. So this is the low. So now this is what I'm talking about. This is very interesting, very, very interesting. It's very simple. The way I'm making it clear in a year now. This is equilibrium. So let me clear it. This place. Let me go to daily. And see what is happening in daily. So this is daily. Let's look at this. I saw this before. That price is going to break, and it broke it finally, eventually. Let me use a rectangular in the 2. Now, can you see the range here? There's a range. Price is giving us range here, very big range. So what is happening now? Let's look at this. Breakouts, then it continues up to go up. So now let's look at it here. Yep, it broke it. This was ascending. Then could it be it's making equilibrium? Let's look at equilibrium. So this is equilibrium here, and then market may continue to go up, but as it is now, the tendency that is coming down is high too. But you know, this is gold, anything is possible. So this is currently high, this is low high. So could it be lower high, or is still remaining another impulse to the downside? From the lower time frame, I could see a lot of lower low. For there's a trend line for lower low that it was revealing lower low. If you look at this, and move to, could it be is going to make double top again like Euro USD? It's funny. So let's look at it. Could it be return back before it will sell, or it will continue to go down? Let's see before it's. Let's see before it sells, or it goes up. Those are the scenario. But let's look at higher highs. Yeah, did they bring? Was there any sign? Okay, chances that it's likely to. Now let's look at likely to touch, to break here and touch here. So it's more of like cup. So cup usually happens a lot. Cup patterns usually happens in forex, and as well as this. This is cup. If you look at it, there was sign that it was cup, and this is double bottom or triple bottom. This is what I'm talking about triple bottom. 1, 2, 3. It touched it 3 times. At times it could be two times. So there's no clear indication that it's going to be just one touch or 2 touch. It could be 3 touch. It could be 4 touch. That will be quad touch. You can call it quad top or quad bottom. It's very interesting. So now let's go. Now let me look at ADUSD. ADUSD is almost showing the same thing, similar thing here. Looking at the 4 hours, let's look at the trend line here. Okay, now it's, if you look at the price, return goes back to this level here, and then it forms more of like left. If you look at it very well, this is forming like neckline. This neckline is forming left shoulder, head, and right shoulder. That's possibility is very high that is aiming to go to this point here. Is aiming here. So this could be. Let me look at this. This is left shoulder and right shoulder. Then this is the head. So this is head. Then you may be anticipating the price will return back to this point, this neckline, and then break it. But on the other side, on the flip side, you can also look at it from here. The market has broken here. This is cup, top, then it broke it. It goes back to this point here, and now there's one point here, so it's likely to form cup, then it's likely, if we extend this trend line, it will likely come back and touch and come back to demand zone or support zone. Yeah, this is a support zone, support channel. Some people call it support channel, some people call it demand zone. So anyone you want to call it, you are free, or other block, bullish other block. You look at it from here, when you touch it, then it moves away from it. Now there's a zone here now, this place. So what are we anticipating to the upside as buyers? Then sellers, they are looking at this place. Sellers are looking at from here to this down here. Okay. I think I'll spend some time now together, and thanks for watching. I always share today is going to be interesting. This week, has been showing some sign that definitely the market is going to show us a lot. Now, some of us lost a lot of money already, and those who don't have money to invest will keep on review the charts. So I only share these 3 or these 4 now. I added Australia, Aussie, dollar. I never planned that I'm going to also look at it, but still I have no shot, but I can go on and on to review this market, and for even to share my experiences and my ideology, what I have been observing in the market. So let me look at 4 hours before I wrap up the analysis here, because I don't want to take much time. Although it's really interesting for me, I'm enjoying this chart, and it's very clear. But let me give this the market this room. Can you see now what's happening here now? So let's look at it. We're going back to this place for now. So let's see what's happening at NFP. If they have mind to trade it, don't trade it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Jvfx Academy, and this is I'm sharing it through my I have a playlist. And then if you want me to continue sharing my opinion on the Forex market, you are free to comment and then let me know. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you some other time.